Coast. Good morning to the West Coast and wherever else you are in the world today. Welcome to J&J's Photo Art Marketing Cafe. I am Joanne. I see Jessica's in the house.
Hi, everyone. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Exactly, welcome. So today I'm going to have a quick discussion with all of you, and then of course we'll open it up to the Q&A. Wanted to talk to all of you today about pre-sales marketing focus, putting your marketing efforts into way ahead of schedule as opposed to waiting to the last minute so that you have much more success with your marketing efforts. So the next big art selling holiday that's coming up is actually Mother's Day, May 8th, if you want to mark that on your calendars. So the point of looking at a pre-sales marketing focus is that we don't want to miss out on opportunities that we have the opportunity to sell. And by putting our focus on way ahead of schedule prior to the actual uh, day where people are spending their money on, whether it be Mother's Day or Christmas Day, doesn't really make a difference. Having a pre-sales marketing focus is the best way for all of us to kind of get in a good flow and have a better success at selling art as opposed to waiting till the last minute really is what it's all about. So we really don't want to miss out on marketing opportunities. We want to put our focus way ahead. Holiday art selling in general is always very important. We do like to put our emphasis there. We as photographers, as artists, we tend to put our focus on the main ones like Christmas time, or maybe even around the Thanksgiving holidays, where people are more inside decorating their homes and getting their home space ready for company and so forth. But we need to start thinking as artists, putting our focus way ahead of schedule on the calendar and getting ourselves so that when the events do pop up on the calendar, we've already done the work and we're already moving forward into the next one. So when the holiday hits, we've put our efforts in. Our marketing efforts are already out in the public for them to see and to think about utilizing us as a potential gift or something for their home or for their office space. So this is what we want to start thinking about. So we really need to begin now. Today is March 28th. I know that all the photographers that are part of Photo Art Pavilion have already received the photo marketing PDF that we send out every month for the month of April. And what you're going to notice on there's going to be a new column, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But what we want to be doing is we want to be planning 6 to 8 weeks before we reach the holiday or the sales opportunity day. So if Mother's Day is May 8th, we want to start planning our marketing for Mother's Day now. Today is not soon enough. Uh, April 1, which is in a few days from now, would be, the absolute last minute to try and get these things on your calendar. So we don't want to wait until the week before Mother's Day. That would be a big mistake because by that point, people have already made their purchases for Mother's Day. They've already put the order for the flowers in the mail. They've already, sent a gift basket or whatever other items that they might be purchasing for mom. So their purchase decisions for Mother's Day are being made now, not May 8th or May 5th. Okay, so think of that. So Mother's Day sales prep and opportunity is no different than any other opportunity on our calendar. So I mentioned that briefly in that as when we're running up to Christmas time, we're all very good at that, right? We all start doing our marketing, our advertising, our connection with people. When for Christmas, we already know, by the time we get to November, I better start, getting my marketing all in order for Christmas time. Well, why aren't we doing that for the rest of the holidays that are on the calendar? We ought to. We ought to. Every opportunity that's out there on that calendar, we ought to be 6 to 8 weeks prior putting our efforts in to getting our marketing set. Okay. So art marketing requires a plan, All right, we've talked about this in the past, and J and J, Joanne and Jess, we're here to remind you and to motivate you and to keep you sticking to the plan. So we send out the monthly marketing calendar each month to help you develop your marketing strategy. Okay. Now, some sales opportunity days stick out with, in particular, more than others. I mean, Mother's Day is a big one. Everybody either has a mom, or knows, has a mom, is a mom, their wife, their daughter. There are plenty of opportunities around Mother's Day to do some gifting, okay, to acknowledge moms, okay. So we want to get that strategy out there. So having that focus for Mother's Day is a good thing right now. So that artists that we are, we tend to focus on the wrong things when it comes to our art sales. Okay, we tend to focus on things like search engine optimization and website layout and our competition, and oh my gosh, we're so busy. Well, I'm here to tell you that your focus, take all those things and throw them away. You can leave all of that up to Jessica and I. We'll take care of the website, we'll take care of the search engine optimization, and we'll take care of the competition. Okay, but you can never be too busy to be involved in your own marketing, because the focus on pre-sales and pre-marketing activities before the opportunity passes on the calendar is really where you need to be putting all of your energy, whether you put your marketing efforts once a day, once a week, once a month, whatever it is. I mean, I got the marketing calendar. We sent it out. I got it. I sat down. I had a full day on Saturday or Sunday. I forget what day it was. I think it wasn't Saturday, because Saturday I was at an exhibit. On Sunday, I sat down and I just went through day by day by day. And I went to Canva. I created my graphics. I set up a couple of direct email campaigns. Ready. It's all ready to go. My marketing is all ready to go. It's already scheduled on the calendar. So now when Mother's Day hits, I don't have to be thinking about Mother's Day anymore. Now I'm looking for what's the next event. The next event I think is Father's Day, graduation, and things of that nature. So the right thing to do is to running a sale on a holiday and doing the marketing ahead of time is what we ought to be doing right now. So I think as we get these calendars that Jess puts together, I know she spends a lot of time creating that art marketing PDF calendar for us to give us ideas. Um, I think it's a good idea to put it to use. I mean, if you're increasing your sales, if you look at sales this way, increasing your sales is equal to decreasing your expenses. Most of us tend to focus on the cost side of our business as opposed to the revenue side. Oh, it cost me this much to do that. It cost me this much to do that. I better reduce my costs so that I can stay profitable. Well, what if you put your focus, your emphasis on the top line, on the revenue side? That is the best way to run a business. If you spend all of your time trying to reduce your expenses, what you're doing is you're shortening up your ability to be successful. So why not put your focus on what's going to make you successful, which is the top line, your sales. Okay. So, art sales, it has the equivalent of lowering your cost of doing business. Just think about that for a second. So without your marketing efforts, your sales are going to be zero. Okay. You might have that, one off where somebody strolls into your Instagram post and likes that, one particular thing. It's a one off. Okay. But if you're not doing all the other things that we've talked about during the J&J cafes in the past, building your email marketing list so that you can create those email blasts on a regular basis based on all of these events that are sitting on the calendar. They're waiting for you to get your sales going. Okay, but if you're waiting until a week before Mother's Day to tell people, hey, buy my art, you've already missed it. The buyers are already gone. So if you are not all that enamored by doing your own marketing, of course you could go out and spend money on getting a marketing assistant to help you out. But Jess and I kind of think of ourselves as your marketing assistant. um, like we've always talked about, the credo for Photo Art Pavilion is create, upload, promote, repeat, right? Well, we do all the rest. We're giving you the tools. We've had marketing cafes where we've talked to you about using Canva, using different direct email campaign tools to get you moving forward, how to use hashtags, all these other little things. I mean, go back and look at some of our cafe topics, and maybe watch the first 5 or 10 minutes of them to get refamiliar with those topics. But these are all the things. So we are your marketing assistant. If you wanted to have somebody to come in and actually do the work, create the Canva posts, create the direct email posts for you, and get that stuff on your schedule, by all means go for it. But you're going to understand one thing about doing that: those folks that you're going to hire, let's say you hire someone to do that, it's going to take them about 12 to 18 months to really get up to speed, to really get to know your product, your business, and what you're doing. So the most cost effective way to get your marketing done is a do it yourself process. Do it yourself. Schedule your time. We love to go out and shoot. We love to play around in Photoshop and Lightroom and all those great things that makes us artists, right? That's who we are. We're creative folks. But having those little moments on your calendar that remind you to go and do your marketing efforts, whether it be 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, or just blotting out an entire day each month to get these things scheduled ahead of time, that's where your success is going to lie. That's where your sales are going to come from. So having the print on demand setup that Photo Art Pavilion provides for you as well is another great tool that you have at your disposal. So literally, we are doing everything else for you. Your job is to get that promotion effort somehow, figure it out, find a way where you feel comfortable to work on promoting yourself, and then take these little tools that we're using and giving to you, and put them into practice, get them working for you. um, you know what we're trying to do for art photographers is shorten up the success of being in business. It's a well-known fact. It takes 3 to 5 years in any business. I don't care if you're selling art or if you're a landscaper. 3 to 5 years is the time period that you get to a point of a steady, successful setup. So if you've been doing this with us for a couple of years now, you're starting to get a little bit more comfortable with all of the things that you need to do in order to bring in sales on a fairly regular basis. Can you do more? That's a question that you have to answer for yourself. I know I go up and down, up and down, up and down. I have good months, bad months with my ability to put the time and the effort in to marketing myself. And I will tell you, my sales are equal to my efforts. When I fall off on my efforts of marketing, so do my sales. When I put my efforts behind my art and promoting myself, my sales go up. It's a simple formula. Okay, so I would say you've gone out, you've taken the time, you've built your storefront with us, right? So now you want to put your next focus. All right, create, upload, promote, repeat. That promote portion, I'm going to blow it out for you. Your promote portion is pre-marketing and your overall marketing. Looking way ahead on the calendar and giving yourself the opportunity to be successful before the sales already happen for that event. So you want to focus on the sales opportunity on the calendar, which we're going to look at in a second. And every single day, you're going to be looking forward. Okay. We're not going to look back and say, I missed that. Okay. It's water under the bridge. We're done. We can't, why look backwards, and why emphasize in your mind or in your heart anything negative that didn't happen for you. Let's look forward and work on the positives of what we can do to make you successful and what you could do to make yourself more successful. Okay. So Jessica and I, we do have a lot of older J&J cafes that are sitting there on the YouTube channel. So if you have an opportunity, I would subscribe to the YouTube channel so that anytime we post something new, you have you'll get a notification and you'll be able to go and watch it when you have time. If you want as well, you can always say, oh, I did attend that meeting, the J&J Cafe meeting. It was fabulous. I want to go back and watch it a second time. So maybe I can pull some more. I can extract, more information, more motivation out of those meetings. So, you know, I think that you have to be very, very, very focused on getting yourself way ahead of the curve before the other artists and the other people selling stuff are jumping in and taking the sales dollars out of the market for yourself. Now, one of the things I want to just show you, I know we did send out the marketing newsletter for the month of April, and you'll see that we've changed it up. So one of the things that we did put here is this pre-sales marketing focus right here. So this area that I have highlighted here is your look ahead. Okay, your look ahead marketing, your pre-sales marketing focus, which is really the stuff that you need to be doing now. So this went out, I believe, the end of last week or the middle of last week to all Photo Art Pavilion artists, and this is the stuff that you're going to be focusing on going forward. So, what does it say here? It says right here, create your graphics. Excuse me, create your graphics. So, like I mentioned to you earlier, I went into my Canva. I created all my graphics for the month of May. Okay, I'm way ahead. All right, then I set up my coupons. I went into my storefront and I set up a 20% coupon for Mother's Day. So that all of my graphics that I created and all of my email blasts that I've created have that coupon already laid into the marketing. Then I've scheduled my social media posts. They're all set. And I've written my direct email campaigns. They're all set, scheduled, and ready to go. And then the bottom line here is, I love this part, is just be yourself and have fun. We tend to overthink because it's a business thing, right? We're artists. We like to be creative. We like to be chilled out, go with the flow and all of that good stuff. But at the end of the day, that's really who you need to be. That's the message you want to have come through your marketing. You don't want to be so stiff and not be yourself. You want to have fun with this, because when it's not fun, that's gonna reflect. It's gonna come right through the marketing that you're doing. Obviously, you guys already know that Jess lays out the different hashtags that should be trending during the different days in the month. Whether you utilize them, if they speak to you, go for it. If they don't, just you could walk past them. It's not essential that you post every hashtag that's out there. Like if you don't have a pet, obviously you may not want to be posting something on National Pet Day, right? So think about that. Make sure you're doing your marketing posts that are things that speak to you. And then I love this section here, the talking topics, because within the talking topics, it gives you things that you could utilize to put into an email, maybe create a blog post. Uh-oh, did I say blog post? You guys got to get your blog posts going. And you may also want to put this commentary into your social media posts, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. So there's a lot of information that's on this marketing calendar that we give you as part of being a member and working with Photo Art Pavilion. I highly recommend that you make use of it, number one. And number two, with the new area that we put into this for you, the pre-sales marketing focus, I highly recommend that you jump on this as well. I actually, if I was going to do one thing here, I would move this column over to here, over to the right, because we're in America, we read from right to left. So I would put my marketing emphasis, my focus on my pre-sale stuff first, and then I would go into whatever's happening directly in that month. So let me get my pre-sales marketing focus stuff out of the way for Mother's Day, which I've already done for me personally. And then I'll go into the hashtag stuff and other topics, blogging and other things that I could do to make myself successful for the month. All right, so really that's kind of where we're at. Now, one of the things I did mention here, and I do want to give you guys a little bit of an idea. Okay, so I told you here I set up a coupon for 20% in my storefront. So I want you to think about this game. Uh, I think it's a perfectly ethical game for you to play. Um, in your storefront, go in and up your prices by the 20% or 10%, just up them a little bit. That brings your perceived value of your art up a little bit higher, okay? And then run your 20% off. Okay, so your pre-marketing coupon is going to be this 20% off, but in your storefront, your price points are going to be higher and people are going to see that as a perceived value for you. And when they see that you're offering the 20% off, they're going to be elated that they've gotten an $80 item for 60 whatever number is. Okay, they're going to be excited that they got such a bargain on your art. So the perceived value just goes through the roof, right? This is okay for you to do. I'm not opposed to it. I'm going to do it for myself. I thought about this the other day because look, everybody's going to run art sales. Even the big guys, the guys that are selling their art, even like a Peter Licht, they're putting their prices. They have the price point set way, way up high, right? When it comes down to it, and they put a 20% sale, and the price point comes way down. What's the first thing that you think of as a purchaser? Wow, I just got a bargain. I just got a deal. Okay, this is a secret between us. This is not anything that we want to share out with our consumers, right? But I think it's perfectly legit to bring your price point so that your perceived value is higher, and then run your sales regularly. Okay, whether it be 20%, 15%, 10%, whatever you feel comfortable with, bring your perceived value up and then run those sales on a regular basis and put your focus ahead, way ahead of the actual event. Okay, so I'm going to stop my share right now. I'm definitely going to pass the floor over to Jessica because I'm sure she's going to have a lot of comments too, and we want to answer some Q&A as well. Also, anybody that's in the meeting right now that would like a demo for Photo Art Pavilion, if you wouldn't mind just sending us an email to hello@photoartpavilion.com. I'm going to write that in the chat room, and we'll get a demo done for you, one-on-one, just like we're doing now on this meeting. We could do a demo for Photo Art Pavilion for you. We'll share our screen. We'll show you the whole platform from front to back. Okay, so Jess, I'm going to pass it off to you.
No problem. Thank you so much, Joanne. That was a great presentation. And what I want to say too, in most businesses, the 3 to 5 years, what stuck to me was the compound effect. So you're doing a little bit every day, every week, it becomes a habit, and every little element or energy that you're putting behind in your art business is going to come forward and reward you in the end. So it's all a matter of creating that flow, that process, and to really start putting on those marketing caps, if you will, because every holiday is definitely an opportunity for an art sale. It could be the silliest of holidays, even like those, like even the hashtags. You never know. You post something, you do one of those hashtags, and like even the pet one. Adopt a pet. You never know. You have a fun image of a dog in a field or something. Someone might see it and want it for their own space. So you just never know who is behind any of those hashtags. Anyone out there in the in the internet world.
Yeah.
Even when you run your ads, if you're doing a boosted post or an ad, you never know who is actually viewing it and what they have behind them. So, you might be running a simple little boosted post for Mother's Day. And next thing you know, a property developer sees that and wants to have some of your art in their lobbies. You never know who's viewing it. And social media is a great way to make these connections. I mean, granted, we all love the one-on-one, the personal connections and so on. But, sometimes the internet just has that way of connecting people that are outside of your reach for the moment. And definitely utilizing some of these tips and tricks that we're constantly providing you will help enhance that reach that you're able to get as an art photographer. We're all artists. We have this beautiful way of seeing the world and sharing the world that we see, and to be able to spread that along is definitely part of the battle, but it's a fun journey. And there's only a select few that are on the top, those top artists like Peter Lick and so on. They created the name for themselves and so on, but that doesn't always mean the art is that great. It's amazing to see some of the talent that's right here at Photo Art Pavilion, and to be able to get that art out there and really shared with the world is what you need to do.
You know,
What we need to do.
Peter Lick does have some beautiful art, but what
Oh yeah,
he mastered the perceived value
yeah,
element of
yeah.
art sales. I mean, some of his pieces are very beautiful. They're tremendous in size, and
It's the
yes,
brand.
okay, they're probably worth, 25, $35,000. I don't know.
Mhm.
But when he runs a sale and says 20% off, the perceived value is 35,000. When he puts that 25% off or the 20% off and you're getting it at a discount, he's already built in to his pricing model the profitability even with a coupon. So think about that. Think about having increasing. Somebody just inboxed me directly saying, on Photo Art Pavilion, can you increase your prices globally? Your artist suggested commission grid is where you would make those increases. And that, so if you make the increase of let's say the 20%, and then you run those coupons, and people are going to perceive. So if you have right now, if your 8x12 is $80, and for the print, and you're running at 20% off, the person's going to get what they perceive to be a very good discount. But in the meantime, you're still profitable. We're not asking you to run coupons and be unprofitable. That's not the point. Okay.